PA State Law 7. All right, now we're going to talk about some grade requirements and some age requirements. So I can boil this down very simply for you. Everybody needs at least a 10th grade education except a teacher. Everybody needs to be 16 except a teacher. Okay, so if you can keep that in mind, it's not that confusing. So if you're going to be a cosmetologist, manicurist, esthetician, braider, 16. If you're going to be a cosmetologist, esthetician, hair braider, nail tech, it is 10th grade. If you're going to be a teacher, you must be 18 and 12th grade. Okay, so let's look at number 1. Grade requirement for a manicurist, 10th. Grade requirement for a teacher, 12th. Age to be a manicurist, 16. Age to be a teacher, 18. It's very, very simple. The only exception is the teacher. Okay? Educational requirements, that 10th or 12th grade is waived. You don't have to have that if you are 35 or older or you're a veteran. Okay? So you don't need to worry about these things once you reach a certain age or you got out of the service. So if something happened that you couldn't graduate, you can still be a teacher if these things are met. Okay, hours to be a manicurist, 200. So manicurist is the smallest license in hours. So just think about I've talked about this before, this amazing opportunity for people that immigrate to America, and they can be in school for 5 weeks, get out, pass their tests, and have a really good career making lots of money off of a license that only took them 5 weeks to obtain. So 200, so just think of the nail salons around here. That should help you. 200, smallest. After that, you've got esthetician and hair braider are both 3. And then you step up to cosmetologist, 1250. All right, additional hours to be a teacher, 500. So you can be a cosmetology teacher. That would be your 1250 plus your 500. You could be a manicurist teacher, 200 plus your 500. Esthetician, 300 plus 500. Hair braider, 300 plus 500. So when you go to be a teacher, that curriculum is the same no matter what your first license was. They're teaching you how to be a teacher, like how to think about setting up your room for different things, whether you're lecturing or demonstrating. How do you help someone that has ADD? How do you help someone that's dyslexic? So it goes into all those kinds of things. Age requirement for an operator, fancy word for cosmetologist, 16 because they're not a teacher. Grade requirement for a cosmetologist, 10th grade because they're not a teacher. Is there a practical exam? Not since November 2014. I used to be a proctor, and I would be the one that would grade people when they came in for their practical exam and determine whether or not they were going to get their license that day. Wonderful job. I loved every minute of it. I was so sad when they took it away in November 2014. I was sad for myself because it was such a cool job, and I was sad for the industry because I think it's really important that people should go through a practical exam before they're licensed to be a cosmetologist. Okay, so now they call it a theoretical practical exam when they're asking you questions about how you would do something. So they're just going to ask you about it rather than you demonstrating it. Okay, requirements to be an apprentice, 10th grade education because you're not a teacher, and you need a permit. So if someone walks into the beauty salon and says, why is Susie in here touching people? She does not have a license. You can say that's okay. She has a permit. She has a permit to learn, just like you get a permit to learn how to drive a car. It's the same thing. All right. What is a school of cosmetology? Any premises, building, or part of a building in which a branch of cosmetology is taught. So school of cosmetology could just simply teach manicuring if they wanted to. Doesn't have to be the whole thing. Any branch of cosmetology is taught. All right, awesome. Thank you.